Hey y'all, it's your girl Simone and welcome back to my channel. If y'all can see by the title, today's video is another story time. So before we get into this video, y'all already know what to do. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, give your girl a thumbs up and comment down below. Don't forget to follow me on all my social medias, Instagram at Viva Layoshi, TikTok and Twitter at Life with Simone. And yeah, so y'all, I just wanted to say, if you didn't watch yesterday's video, after you're done watching this video, go and watch it because I don't want y'all to get interrupted and then go watch that. So if you didn't watch yesterday's story time, go ahead and watch that and then come back. No, watch this and then watch that when you're done. But anyway, I just want to make something clear. I don't know if people be understanding me. Maybe I be talking too fast. Maybe I talk too slow. I don't know. But in yesterday's video, I clearly stated that I mentioned a short version of that story before. I did a video that I said again, and it was called like my boyfriend was messing with my friend or something like that. I did it like a year ago, and in that video I told so many short stories. I told y'all that I was going to, I'm talking slow just in case people don't understand. I said back then, which was a year ago, which I'm sorry I'm super late, that I was going to tell the full versions of the stories. Just so happened I did it yesterday, a year later. It was so many people like, you already told this story. Oh my God. No, if you watch the video, I told multiple stories in that one story time, but I only told short versions of the story. Like I didn't tell the full story. So that was the full story. But I mentioned that in that story. But for some reason, people was in the comments like, you told this story before. I heard this before. I think you already said this. And it's like, whatever. But anyway, this video, I didn't tell this story or mention it before either. But this story is about the story that I told last week. I forgot what I titled it. I'm gonna put it down in the description box. I was about to look at my phone, but I don't feel like it. I'm putting in the description box, whatever. But remember when I told y'all about the story when I went on the 2 dates with the 2 different people, whatever, and I left it off on a cliffhanger? Yeah. So this story is about what happened next. So y'all, remember when I told y'all that me and Johnny had ended up pulling up to his hood or whatever, and he was like, and I parked my car and all that other stuff. So the reason why I parked my car is because he was like, before we go to his house, which I mentioned in that story time too, just for anybody that's confused, that he told me when we was going out, like the day of, he told me like he got a pool at his apartment, and if I wanted to go late, like night swimming or whatever, like, well, not swimming because I don't know how to swim, but get in the pool. So I was like, all right, cool, like we could do that. So I had already had a bathing suit with me, just making that clear because I don't want people to be like, where'd you get a bathing suit from? Anyway, so when we left the restaurant, I was following him because I thought we was going to his house. But we ended up pulling up to his hood because he told me like, yeah, I got to go do something in the hood real quick and then we going to go. But he pulled to a street and was like, you could park your car right here because we about to like go to like a few different places over here and I don't want you just happen to follow me and all this other stuff. So I'm like, all right, cool. We have been drinking at the restaurant anyway, so I'm like, you know, it makes sense. So I parked my car, I hop in the car with him. So we went to the gas station. I seen the girl cracked out. Boom. I'm not going to go back to that. I don't want people to say I already told that. But anyway, seen her, whatever. So afterwards, we ended up driving and we ended up going to this one little spot. And it was like a store / medical shop / shoe store. Like it was a lot of slashes up in this place. But anyway, we ended up going up in there. And when we went up in there, it was people chilling or whatever. You could tell when you first walked in, it was somebody's house or whatever. That, well, somebody was probably like staying there, but he seemed so irritated that all these people was coming in. I don't know why he didn't tell people to go. So we end up going there. Only reason why I got out the car is because I had to pee. So I told him like, can I use the bathroom? So when he was asking me, he was like, you don't think you can hold it? So I'm like, no, like I can't hold it. Like I have to go, like, you know, I gotta go now. So he's like, all right, I'll let you use the bathroom. So he's telling me like this bathroom is not gonna be like a bathroom you're used to, which I didn't know what that meant because like, what do you mean by that? So he's like, yeah, this not gonna be like a bathroom you're used to or whatever like that. And I'm like, oh, okay, like, you know, it's cool. I still gotta go. Like, I really don't care. I have to use the bathroom. So he like, all right, I'm just letting you know. So he like, hold on, let me just go check real quick and then I'm gonna come back. So he ended up going to the bathroom and then he was gone for a cool minute. He came back. He was like, yeah, I don't know if you want to go in there, but here's the tissue. And he gave me the roll. So I'm like, yeah, I gotta go. So I ended up going and he like, all right, I'm gonna be on the other side of the door. Just call me if you need me. So I'm like, all right. So I go in there, y'all. First of all, I walk in the little, it's like a little back area and then you go in the door into the bathroom. It's no light back there at all. So I'm using my flashlight on my phone. Y'all, I know people be watching my videos when they eat, so I'm not going to get too into details. But let me just tell y'all, the bathroom was gross. He could have flushed the toilet, at least. I don't think he's the one who had used it, but it's like, you was just in there, like, you could have, bro, and I tell you, it was like, and then I had to use my flashlight because the bathroom light, it was no light back there. So I was so irritated, like, oh my God. And then, y'all, I'm the type of person, for some weird reason, I cannot squat without taking off my clothes. That's why I hate it. Like, I hate it, be after the club. And you know how, I know people be like, oh, you're so, because somebody said that before, but I'm sorry. I just can't hold my pee so long. Like, I have to just go. So, yeah, I cannot squat with my clothes on. That, I'm gonna just say that. I have to take off my clothes. Like, if I have a dress or skirt, that's easy, you know. But I have to take my whole pants leg out. If I have pants on, like, I have to take one pants leg out. It just, I don't know. I have to. So I'm like, oh my God, I got sandals on, floor wet. Anyway, I'm not gonna get into details because I know y'all be eating. But anyway, after I leave out the bathroom, it took me a minute in there because I have to do stuff really slow, and plus trying to use my light without dropping my phone, without dropping anything, without dropping my clothes. You know, I was in there for a minute. So when I finally came out, he's like, oh, what you was doing up in there? Like, you really had to go. Like, you had to use it. Like, basically he's trying to say I took a shit up in there. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, y'all, I forgot y'all was eating. But I'm just like, no, I didn't. Like, I had to just, you know, I have to adjust with my light and all other stuff. So he like, no, I was just playing. But it's like, you playing too much in front of these people, bro. Anyway, so he's saying that, whatever. So we chilling in there. He's talking to his friends. I'm just chilling, like, on my phone, just thinking like, okay, when we finna go? Because what is you even doing here? Like, it's not like we even doing anything. So this one boy ended up coming in there, and he like, y'all, did y'all see this? Did y'all see this? So they like, see what? Like, what are you talking about? So he like, did y'all see such and such? He said some hood name, whatever. So at this time, it was a video going around of this boy that was a gangbanger from whatever hood. I don't know what hood he was from because I don't know the boy. So he was like doing some things with a dildo or whatever. And I guess the person he sent it to, the person that he was, you know, talking to on the low, exposed him. So he like, did y'all see the video? Did y'all see the video of such and such? He said the boy name. So they like, nah, what video? What happened? Like, he was fighting or something? They like, nah, bro be doing guys, like, you know, he's saying that or whatever. So they like, oh, for real? Dang, that's crazy. So the one other boy, he was like, yeah, I seen the video. Like, I seen it. And the other boy was like, yeah, I didn't see it, but I didn't want to see it, but I heard about it. So the boy, he like, let me show y'all the video. Let me get my phone. He like, let me show y'all the video. Let me show y'all the video. It's like the boy had the shit saved in his phone because he like, hold on, let me show y'all. Let me show y'all. And he go to the video. He like, look at the video. Look at the video. So they like, oh, yeah, bro, I don't want to see that. That's crazy. I did not know. Like, I didn't even know he was like that. Like, he get down like that. So they like, no. So he like, look at the video. Look at the video. Like, you could tell by how he's doing it. Like, this ain't his first time putting something in there. He done this before. So they like, dang, that's crazy. Like, they just talking. They like, oh, like, what his homies think about it, like, all this other stuff. And he like, I think they're gonna give him a DP, da-da-da-da-da. They like, but he like, but bro, look at the video. They like, bro, we don't want to watch the video. Like, we heard about the video. One person already seen the video. So they like, we don't want to watch it. So he like, nah, let me ask her. So he asked me, he like, what do you feel about the video? You want to see it? You want to see the video? So I'm like, nah, I don't want to see the video or anything like that. But he like, what do you feel about it? So I'm like, I feel like the person who exposed him is weird for that. Like, you know, that's weird. He's like, how the person is weird for exposing him? He's being weird. And I'm like, how is that being weird? I'm like, I feel like who he chooses to sleep with has nothing to do with his day-to-day life. Like, it has nothing to do with him and his friends or, like, who he's cool with. Like, it has nothing to do with, like... And I know it's probably going to be somebody in the comments like, he's a gamer. In the gangbanger laws and regulations, do it say that you cannot, like, people of the same gender? Does it say that? Like, I just didn't feel like it's a problem. Like, the person who exposed him is weird. Like, and I'm still sticking by that. Because 9 times out of 10, when I be knowing people in jail, I be hearing about a lot of people doing some strange things. So, it's like, don't judge people that's doing stuff on the streets when you was in the cells doing things and acting like it just don't exist no more because I guess what happened to just stay in jail. But who knows? But anyway... So I'm saying that. So the boy is trying to argue me down, which I'm not arguing with him because all I said was, I don't feel like who he sleep with should matter to y'all. Like, I don't feel like that's weird for them to want to put him off the hood because of that. Like, I just don't get it. Because I know some gay guys who fight way better and that's really with the shit better than some of y'all that's in this room. But I didn't say that out loud, you know. But I'm just saying to myself, like, whatever. But anyway, so he just like, nah, okay, look at the video though. Look at the video. Like, let me show you. Didn't see the video because you could tell it's not his first time. Like, bro is lying. He's saying that he was drugged and somebody forced him to do this, but this not his first time. You could tell. Look how it's going in. And I'm just like, so nobody's gonna say, like, we hope this video inspire you to live your truth? Because, bro, it's clear that you are entertained. Like, I'm yelling loud, and it's early in the day. Hopefully my neighbor's not like, girl, what the hell? But it's clearly that you're clearly entertained, and it's like, look what time of year it is. It's like, if you're still homophobic, then you're the weird one. Like, you're the weird one. I feel like if you ever was, because it's not like it's just crazy ass shit. But either way it go, you're the weird one, because it's like... Why does it matter? Like, why does what somebody do or who they love matter to you. But anyway, so he's just still talking. He like, y'all look at the man, hold on. And he go back to the other room where I told y'all clearly the person was standing there or whatever. He go back and he like show him. He like, man, get out of here. Like, get out of here. Like, you could hear him yelling at him. So the boy I'm with, Johnny, I almost forgot his name. Johnny is over here. He just laughing. He like, man, he crazy. He crazy. Like, Simone, you didn't have to answer him. And I'm just like, I'm just saying, like, I'm just saying, like, you know. And he came back in there. He's like, you just saying what? And Johnny was like, man, don't do that. Like, nah, she just, you know, she giving her opinion. You asked her. But he laughing, like, they all just laughing. Like, you know, it's not, like, serious. He didn't say it, like, in a way, like, he was pressing me or nothing like that. So he was like, I'm just saying, y'all gotta watch the video. Like, y'all probably didn't see the whole video like that. And did y'all watch it with sound? And I'm just thinking, like, bro, what's up with you? Like, I just say this, though. But I'm thinking to myself, like, what's up with this man? Like, why do we want to watch it with sound 5 times over and over and over again? Like, you know, he just would not stop. So he like, yeah, hopefully his homies do like DP him for that. Hopefully his homies DP him for that. So they just like talking about it or whatever. And at this point, I'm just like ignoring it because I'm just like, yeah, I don't want to speak and say what I feel, but because it's going to clearly turn to an argument. But like, you know, like I'm just ignoring him. So I'm on my phone. I'm just scrolling down Twitter and Instagram and all that other stuff like that. So then finally Johnny was like, oh, Simone, you ready to go? So I'm like, yeah, I'm ready whenever you are. Because duh, we was never supposed to do this. If this is what you want to do, you should never invited me to go night swimming. I could have went somewhere else and then I don't know, maybe night swimming a different day, I don't know. So he's like, all right, let's go. So we end up leaving. We hop in his car. Then we had to pull up to another spot. This time we pulled up to a house and he was like, I'll be right back. And he hopped out the car and he went in, which it was cool because I wasn't finna get out no way, because I feel like if I stay in the car maybe he'll move faster. But never mind, because somebody done left me in the car for a long ass time before and I was just sitting there like, you just left me here. But anyway, so he went in there. He was in there for about like good 10-15 minutes because I had got on the phone. And I'm just telling my sister like, girl, this, like I'm just talking, whatever. So he ended up coming back out and he was like, all right, you ready to go? Like, I'm sorry, like my bad, I've been doing a lot. I just had to take care of some stuff. Which is like, bro, no, you didn't, because we was literally just kicking it. You wasn't taking care of anything. But anyway, so now we headed towards his house or whatever. So we ended up going to his apartment or whatever. And yeah, so when we get there, like, it was nice, y'all. It was really clean, really nice. And I'm not about to say for a man, because it is some men that's very, very clean, you know? So I'm gonna just say it was very nice. And plus, he's one of the people who keep up with himself. Like, he's a real clean guy. So anyway, it was nice in there. It didn't look like a girl could live there or nothing like that. Like, it didn't give off that. Like, I didn't see like girly stuff, but it was very nice or whatever. When we get there, he was all like, you want some cookies? And I was just like, it really don't matter. He was like, yeah, because mind you, on the way there, he was hotboxing. He was smoking with his friends. When he went in the other house, he probably was smoking too. Who knows? So he was like, you want some cookies? Like, I got the munchies. Like, I really want some cookies. So I'm like, all right, like, it really don't matter. So he's like, I got some in the freezer. Can you make them? So I'm like, all right, whatever. Like, you know, so I go in the freezer, I start making them. And he had all the utensils, everything. But like, again, you know, whatever. So I'm going in there and I'm just like putting the cookies on the little sheet, about to put them in the oven and stuff like that. So he like, look at you, like, this is a good look for you. Like, you could probably be up in here all the time cooking for me. And this is around the time where I didn't know how to cook. I ain't even gonna lie to you. So I'm thinking like, this is good as it's gonna get, baby. This is good as it's gonna get. But I'm just putting them in the oven like, yeah, you know, what you be liking? He like, oh, I like this. You can make oxtails. I'm like, can I make an oxtail? You know who you talking to? And that whole time in my head, I ain't never made oxtails at that point a day in my life. But now I be cooking and stuff. But this was a while ago when I never even, I used to just make tacos. That's it. Like, I ain't even gonna lie. But now I be cooking. Like, I be cooking a lot of food. So don't judge me now. But anyway, so yeah, so I'm just thinking like, yeah, I got you. He like, yeah, okay, so next time you come over here, I'm gonna go grocery shopping and you could just cook me a meal or whatever like that. We could kick it. And I'm like, yeah, I got you. I'm gonna cook for you. And I'm just thinking like, that day is never gonna come, love. But yeah, so I put the cookies in. So he ended up sitting on the couch and he put on a movie. So he like, you wanna watch a movie? So at this point, I'm thinking like, oh, we probably not finna go to the pool or whatever like that. So we sitting down and the cookies in the oven, we sitting down, we watching a movie, we just talking, reminiscing about like the past, because like I told y'all, me and him used to have like a little situationship past thing in the past. So we just talking about a lot of stuff and he just like, dang, I remember when I went to jail, you wasn't putting money on the phone. It's like, duh. I mean, we was having fun outside, but you wasn't my man for me to be putting money on my phone when you went to jail. Like, it make sense. But he like, yeah, like, you didn't even answer. I had the homie call you on 3-way with his girl and you said you was gonna put money on the phone and I called, you never did. I'm like, yeah, you did used to have people calling me. And he like, we just laughing about it. Like, you know, he like, dang, that's messed up, Simone. And I'm like, well, no, it's not. Because, y'all, when I tell more stories, he had too much going on. And he used to play mind games like fuck. So it was like, let me play mind games now. Like, now it's my turn. So anyway, we just reminiscing about all that. So his phone started ringing. And his phone ringing, he looked at it, and he just, like, did the screen, like, put it back black. So we just still talking. Next, you know, start ringing again. He do the same thing. Back to talking. So at this point, I'm like, let me check on those cookies. So he like, all right, yeah. So he look and he like, hold on, I'm gonna take this in the room. So he go in the room and I'm checking the cookies, y'all. I hear him like talking, but I couldn't hear what he was saying because he's like trying to talk low. So I just hear his voice or whatever. So I pull the cookies out because they ready, because I don't like to cook them all the way. I like to when they still soft, because you know they gonna end up getting hard anyway. But anyway, doesn't matter. So I pull the cookies out. He ended up coming back and he's like, you still want to go swimming, right? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, all right, yeah, let's get up out of here. Let's go swimming. He's like, put your bathing suit on. So I'm like, all right, okay. So I had bought a bathing suit from Fashion Nova. So it was still in the Fashion Nova. Like, I had it in the poly mailer that they send it in. Like, I had it inside of there because I'm like, it's going to get wet. So I don't want my wet stuff to, you know, be just everywhere. So I kept it inside of the Fashion Nova poly mailer that has my address and all this stuff on it. But I'll let y'all know why that makes sense later. So I didn't put it on my bathing suit and I was like, all right, like, I'm ready, like, let's go. So we grabbed some cookies and we start walking up to the pool. We in the pool or whatever, we just talking, laughing. He had a bottle, he had bring the bottle, we just drinking out the bottle or whatever. We just talking, having a cool little time. His phone started ringing again. He's like, not answering it. So I'm like, okay, which is weird because when your phone rang in the car, you answered the phone, but all of a sudden you can't answer the phone. So I'm clearly just knowing, like, yeah, it's a female calling him. Same shit. This is why we don't talk. Like, this is why we don't talk. So we just chilling, laughing, talking. So his phone just going crazy. So now he like, hold on real quick. And he hops out the pool and he go like towards by the jacuzzi area and he like on the phone. So he like, yeah, nah, I'm not at home. Yeah, nah, see, I'm in a studio. That's why I didn't. I'm at the studio. I'm at the studio. He just kept saying that. He's like, yeah, nah, like, nah, I'm thinking about, nah, I was making a beat for the homie, so I got to get off the phone because I'm about to start producing and stuff too. Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm not even there. Yep, nope, I'm not there. All right, bye. So at this point, I'm putting two and two together. I'm like, somebody must have pulled up on him because why the hell did we have to leave? Like, all of us, you was not trying to go to the pool. You was trying to kick it and like chill on the couch. But all of a sudden you like, yeah, let's get up out the apartment. So I'm like, okay, I'm thinking smart this time, but I'm not going home yet because I'm having a good time and I'm kind of tipsy, so I ain't even gonna lie. And y'all, mind y'all, did I not mention that I left my car in his hood so I couldn't leave no way? I don't know. I was so dumb. Like, just stuff was moving so fast that I really forgot to get my car. So he had to take me back either way I go. So now he's like, yeah, you want to go back in the house? And I was just like, all right, like, you want to go back in? He's like, yeah, I really want to watch this movie. So I was like, all right, cool. We could go watch the movie then. So we get out the pool. We go back in the house or whatever. We chilling. So we just talking. He pulled out another bottle. But this time I'm like, I'm not trying to drink too much because I still got to drive home. So he was like, you ain't even got your car. And that's when I realized it. And I was like, oh shit, I forgot my car. I'm like, is my car gonna be good over there? He like, yeah, that's the hood, like, you good. They see me put that car there, so you good. So I'm like, okay, like, yeah. So he like, yeah, you'll get it in the morning. So I'm like, the morning? He like, yeah, you gonna spend the night, right? So I'm like, no, like, I can't spend the night because I live in Victorville and I have, like, I'm literally lying because I literally used to do that a lot. And I used to be, okay, I would say I live further than what I do live. Like, I live a little bit further. And I'm like, I have to go to work early in the morning. Which I did have to go to work, but I didn't live in Victorville. So I'm like, yeah, I live in Victorville and I have to go to work. So I'm not going to be able to. But he like, it's late night and you've been drinking. Like, it would make more sense if you just stay the night and leave early in the morning. But I'm like, no, I'm not a morning person. Which I'm not. Like, I would rather do something late night than have to go to sleep and wake up and do it. Like, I'd rather just not sleep and do it versus going to sleep because then I'm not going to want to get up. So I'm like, nah, it's not going to work like that. So he like, all right, well, just chill with me for a little bit. I don't want you driving like this anyway. So just chill. You could probably leave at like 2 in the morning if that's fine. So I'm just like, all right. But I'm so irritated because I'm like, dang, I was not planning to stay here like that. Like, why did I forget my car? So I'm over here we chilling or whatever. So he's like, yeah, he started cutting off like the kitchen light and all this other stuff. And he was like, yeah, cause you know, when you live on your own, a nigga realize that the light bills be high as hell. Light bills be real high. So I'm like, yeah, I feel you, cause my light bill be high. Like, I'm just talking or whatever. So he's like, yeah, let's go in the room. Like, let's go kick it in the room. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So we go in the room and we just chilling, like on the bed, watching TV, watching a movie, still just laughing, talking, or whatever, right? So next thing you know, I hear a knock at his door, like a soft, gentle knock. So he like just laying there. And I'm like laying there because mind y'all, like he's laying like this and I'm like under, like he's like this and I'm like right here. Like, so I hear the knock, but I'm thinking like, is he asleep? So he kind of like, I'm thinking like he must be asleep. So they knock again. So I like lift up and look at him. I'm like, somebody knocking at the door. He was like, I know somebody's knocking. So I'm like, oh, okay. Like, clearly he don't want to go get it. He was like, nah, like, okay, look, I got 2 places. He was like, so I'll be here. Sometimes I'll be there. But I'll be letting the homie, like, use this place. Because my other place, that's really, like, my place. But this is just, like, my place. And I'm just like, okay. He's like, not saying I don't trust you to be at my real house. But, like, I'm just saying, like, this is just more convenient for me to be here. But I don't be here all the time. And I'm like, okay. I, like, you know, finish the story. So he like, yeah. So I be letting the homie use this place. And, like, he got shit going on with his girl. He's like, if you see my phone been ringing like crazy, he got shit going on with his girl. She just trying to see if she could catch him with somebody. So I'm like, oh, okay. Like, it's kind of making sense when you drunk or whatever. So I'm like, all right, like, it kind of makes sense. Because, you know, niggas do be sharing shit. So I'm like thinking like, this probably not even his place. This probably, now I'm thinking like, this probably not just his apartment. Like, this probably him and a whole bunch of people going in on this apartment. And, you know, they probably just take turns using it. Which, never mind. But anyway. So this is what I'm thinking, whatever. So I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. Oh, yeah, mind y'all, I had brung change of clothes or whatever because, like I said, I knew I was getting a poo. So I had took a shower and all that stuff. That's why if you think we was just laying in the bed in chlorine, like, no. I had took a shower and all that. But, y'all, he wasn't on that type of timing with me, which was actually cool because I wasn't going to be on that type of timing with him. I would have just fake sleep or something like that. But anyway, so I had took a shower, yeah. So I put my bathing suit back in the Shein bag, right? I put my bathing suit back in the Fashion Nova bag and it was like off to the side somewhere. So finally after that, like after the knocks and then he was like ended up getting up and he went in the kitchen, went on the phone again and all this other stuff. After that, like when he came back in the room, it's like we said at the same time. I was like, can you take me to my car? And he was like, I was just about to say that. And I was like, okay, yeah, cool. Like I'm ready to go now, like, cause I'm getting tired and I just don't want to. He was like, yeah, I was just about to say that. It's, you know, it's getting late. So I'm like, all right. So we end up leaving and we go, like, we get in a car or whatever. When we leave out, he's driving crazy as hell to leave out of his building. Like, he's driving crazy, like, doing the most. And I'm just thinking, like, he acting like somebody's watching or following us. Which I guess he probably was just trying to see it. Because, like, me leaving, it was probably, like, 30 minutes after somebody had came and knocked at the door. So, anyway, so he dragged me back to my car. And he's just like, you good? Like, you straight to go? So, I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Whole time, I'm not even driving that far. So whole time I'm not even driving that far. Like, if you don't, well, a lot of people y'all don't know, but Victorville is 2 hours away from LA. So I'm not even driving that far. Like, an hour and a half, 2 hours, yeah. So I'm not even driving that far. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm good. Like, I'm gonna hit you when I get home. So he like, all right, hit me when you get home. So I went in my phone and I put a timer like 2 hours, like 2 hours from now. So to go ahead and text him and say I got home. Because I was already gonna be home like in 15 minutes. But when I went home, I never even hit him up because I ended up going to sleep. So I'm asleep or whatever. The next day, y'all, first I'm on Instagram and I always check my hidden requests. Like, even to this day, I still be checking like my hidden requests. That's how I be seeing like when some people like the message requests or whatever. That's how I be seeing when some people be like sending me stuff. Like when you guys be sending me stuff and stuff like that, I be seeing it because I always go through to try to see stuff. But I always just been doing this because, like I said, I used to mess with people that I used to have drama. And back then I didn't like peace in my life. I liked drama. Now I like peace in my life and I avoid situations at all costs. But back then, I ain't even gonna lie to y'all, I loved it. It's like, it was like, y'all, you came and argued with the wrong one. Like, you really came to the wrong person because I lived for that shit. I'm not even gonna lie. You know how some people be like, I've never been. No, I'm gonna be honest. It's so sad, but it's the truth. It's the truth. But now I hate it. Like, I avoid drama at all costs. I'm not arguing with you. I think that's why I'm so good at ignoring negative comments and shit, because it's like, I just loved it. Like, I would just be like, oh, yes, drama. Like, I loved it. But Now I avoid it at all costs. I would even, yeah, no. But anyway, so I'm over here, I'm checking my checking my message requests or whatever like that, and I see it was a request from a fake page, but it was like they reacted to my story of my food. So she was just like Barton G with a question mark. Not she, well, clearly it was a girl, but they was like Barton G with a question mark. It was a question, another message, and it was like, you love niggas in relationships. Then it was another one that was like, call me, and it had a number. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna call, because I'm like, who is this? Like, I'm thinking like, oh, this clearly some shit with old boy, because that's who I was just at Barton G with. And you know, like Barton G is like I said, the food is extra out. I said in the last story time, like they bring it out extra out, and I forgot what we had got, but it came out, oh yeah, we had got that big ass cotton candy head. Like we both posted the cotton candy head. So you know, like where else did you get it from? Like, you know, it's just, come on now, it's clear that y'all with each other or whatever. So I said, call me. So I called a number and nobody answered. It was a text-free number. So I hung up. Mind y'all, I carded star 67 because ain't nobody about to be playing on my phone. So I hang up. Nobody answered, and it was clearly a text-free app. So then I'm just chilling. And next thing you know, because I opened the message from that person, next thing you know, I get another message and it was like, call back. So I called back. That's what I did. I called back. So I'm like, hello. And it was like, hello. And I'm like, who is this? But it sounded like they was whispering. So they was like, oh, you don't know who this is? And I'm like, no, I don't know who this is. She was like, you really mean to tell me you don't know who this is? And I'm like, I don't know who this is. I'm like, if you playing on my phone, I'm about to hang up. So she was like, just answer me this. Was you at Barton G with Johnny yesterday? So I'm like, I really was sitting there like on the phone like, was I at Barton G with Johnny? Which I'm thinking like, well, how am I forgetting this shit? Clearly I just seen the messages, but I'm like, I'm like, yeah, I was at Barton G with Johnny. She's like, oh, okay, so what's up with you and Johnny? Like, what's up with him? Like, and I'm like, we went to eat. Like, you know, like, what do you mean, what's up with him? So she's like, did you know he was married? So I'm like, he's married. And she was like, well, no, we not married, but I'm his wife. So I was like, oh, I didn't know that. So she was like, you think it's cute to go out to eat with another woman's man? So I was like, no, I didn't know that he had a girl. Like, you know, clearly, because mind you, when we was even talking and stuff like that, like, he wasn't on no type of timing, like, to do anything, but we was talking about a lot, and he like, oh, like, let's see where we go this time. Like, we gotta really build a, like, really talk again and really get close this time and do it the right way. So I'm just like, dang, he got a girlfriend talking like that? I guess, you know, they do that type of stuff. So she just, but I ain't say this to her. So I'm just sitting here so confusion over the phone, like, and she was just like, yeah, I find it funny how you going out to eat with my nigga. Like, I just find it funny. So I'm like, well, I didn't know that was your boyfriend. Like, you good, sis, that's all you. Like, you know, I didn't know that was your boyfriend. So she's like, oh, you didn't know? So I'm like, no, I didn't know. So she was just like, yeah. And she was just like, well, I just want you to know you're not the only one. Girl, I just said I don't want him. Like, you can have him. She's like, you're not the only one. She was like, yeah, some bitch named Simone, whoever. Because y'all, mind you, this before I wasn't doing YouTube and shit like that. Like, now in my bio, y'all know my Instagram is Viva La Yoshi. My bio, it says my name now, but back then it didn't say my name. So she was like, yeah, she was like, you're not the only one. She was like, last night he was with some bitch named Simone. She left her little Fashion Nova package here. I should go pay that bitch a visit. Oh, yeah. Like, oh, I'm so fucking dumb. Like, how did I leave my Fashion Nova package there? Like, oh my god. So I was just like, oh, like, you know, like, just quiet, like, cause I didn't know what to say. So she's like, yeah, I'll be real disrespectful if I pay her a visit. She was like, but she disrespectful for being all up in my nigga place. So I was just like, oh, that's crazy. Like, you know, that's crazy. She's like, so yeah, so did y'all fuck yesterday? Because I think he fucked whoever this girl is who left this bathing suit. And she's like, this shit is ugly as fuck. And she was just going in. She was like, who the fuck wear this type of bathing suit? Especially if you trying to look cute for a nigga. Like, girl, I should send you a picture of this bathing suit. This shit is so fucking ugly. Girl, she was going so in on the bathing suit. I'm just thinking like, that's the one I had. Like, you know, I'm just sitting there. I'm not saying this is me. You know, I'm not like letting her know. So I'm just like, oh, yeah, that's great. She's like, girl, you should see some of the bitches he be talking to. They be ugly as fuck. Like, you know how many girls I have to hit up in a day? Like, y'all bitches think y'all special. She's like, you not a bitch, but, you know, but y'all bitches be thinking y'all special. She's like, y'all not special. I really wonder what this Simone bitch look like. Do you know her? And I'm like, no. I'm like, no. She's like, yeah, I don't know. Let me see. Like, I should probably look her up. And she like, I cannot find nobody named Simone that he follows. I don't know, but she probably ugly as fuck. She was like, but you shouldn't feel special. Like, you shouldn't feel special. He do this all the time. She's like, one time I had caught him with another bitch and I had to beat the bitch up. She's like, and I think that I'm gonna have to just start setting examples again and start beating bitches up because, and I'm just sitting here like, damn, you going through all of this, but you doing everything but leaving. I ain't said this to her, so I'm just sitting on the phone like, yeah, that's crazy. But at this point, I'm on my Instagram trying to look like, who the fuck? I'm going through the fake page trying to see who it followed, because now I need to know, even though the address that was on the package was my grandma's house, but still, now I need to know who to look out for just in case this bitch is pulling up looking for me and giving me back my bathing suit that was so ugly to her. So I'm just sitting here trying to figure out, like, who is this girl? Like, who the fuck is this girl? Like, who does she look like? She was just like, yeah, I think I'm the baddest bitch. She's like, I'm the baddest bitch this nigga ever got, and he playing me. He playing a bad bitch. He playing a bad bitch for these weak ass bitches. And she was like, not to be calling you a weak bitch or nothing like that. Like, you're not a weak bitch. She's like, but I'm just saying, like, all these bitches be weak. She was just like, bitches like you be just saying like, oh, y'all be happy to get a dinner date. She was like, but who the fuck got a car? Who got a car? I got the car. I got a car. She's like, do you have a car? And I said, first of all, why are you on the phone telling me about this nigga? Like, I'm like, why are you talking to me about him? Like, you acting like I'm just one. Like, you acting like I'm just one of these broke ass bitches that need your nigga. Like, we went to eat. It was that's all. I'm like, do you got anything else to say? Like, mind y'all, I know y'all probably thinking any normal person would have hung up the phone. But like I said, I like drama. And this wasn't my first rodeo. So I was like, yay, Kanye, yippee Kanye. Like, this was not my first rodeo. I was so happy. So I'm just kidding. I needed a little spice in my life at that time. So I was just like, I'm gonna stay on the phone as long as she gonna stay on the phone. But anyway, so she was just talking shit and she was just like, yeah, okay, but anyway, that's it. That's all I want to say. She was like, I just want to say, like, I'm watching you and you better not be out to eat with my nigga ever again. And I was just like, y'all, at this point I was getting irritated because it's like, who are you talking to? So I'm just like, girl, what the fuck are you even talking about? Like, maybe you should be pressing him. Like, you should press him. It's sad that you talking about you gotta hit up bitches every day and all this other shit like that. She's like, girl, first of all, don't worry about what we got going on. Don't worry about what we got going on. Worry about you. Worry about that you think you the only bitch when he clearly was with this other bitch with this ugly ass bathing suit who left it over here, who left her address. Worry about her. Worry about the other bitch that he was with last week. Worry about the bitch that he was in San Diego with last week. Worry about them bitches because you ain't the only one. And I'm just sitting here like, this bitch gotta be dumb. Like, it has to be some type of dumb bitch convention or something, because I'm clearly a dumb bitch for sitting on this phone and she a dumb bitch for saying this shit to me. Like, I'm just excited. I said, girl, nobody wants Johnny. Nobody wants him. And she's like, I can't tell. You posting cotton candy heads and shit. You clearly want him. You wanted to be seen with him. You wanted to be known that you was with him. And y'all, I was just like, what the fuck? And let me just go back to tell y'all how that she even knew to even come see my page. This is how she even knew. So remember when I told y'all in the last story time when oh boy had we was at the restaurant and I was like, and it was the other couple there and like he was being loud and kept looking at them and stuff like that. Y'all, so tell me why. This is how small the world is. So tell me why the girl that was at the table with the boy, she is the auntie of one of Crazy's kids, right? But this is how small the world is. Or maybe I just talk to the same people in the same circle. I don't know. But she was one of Crazy Kid's aunties from their mama side. So she had already knew who I was. But I couldn't really see her like that. Because like I wasn't really just staring at them people like that. Like it was like I seen them from a distance. But I wasn't really staring at her like that. But mind you, when I was getting into it with Crazy Baby Mama long time ago, she, you know, jumped in because that's her sister or whatever like that. So why is she best friends with oh boy's, Johnny's girlfriend? She was best friends with her. Small world. Now it just looked like, you know, and then she was saying stuff to me like, oh, you just love other people, nigga. You know, it just seemed that way at this point. So she's best friend with her. So I'm like, damn, this is a small world. So she told her like, oh, I seen your nigga at such and such with this girl. She was like, you know, basically told her like she knew who the girl was. And only how I ended up finding out is because she told me that's how she's like, when she was on the phone talking all this shit, that's when she told me, she was like, yeah, y'all out. Like, you just out like bitches can't touch you. My best friend could have had me pull up right there. Like, she could have had me pull up right there and beat your ass. And I know y'all probably thinking like, how did she not know that my name was Simone? It's because, again, like I said, My Instagram name is Viva La Yoshi. A lot of times people don't really, back then they didn't know my name. Like, unless you actually knew me, people did not know my name. People would be calling me Yoshi or Velosha or Veliva or Viva. And people will always be like, oh, like sometimes I get into it with people and that's what they would be calling me, like, oh, that Viva bitch or something like that. And it'd be like, you don't even know my name. Like, you know, it'd be like, they didn't know who I was. So it's like she knew me, but she didn't know me like that. Like, because of course, Crazy wasn't just, well, I don't know. He probably would be like, yeah, that Viva bitch, who knows? I don't know. But anyway, so that's how she knew how to find my Instagram, because she told her. It wasn't like it was random or whatever. We ended up seeing her there, which I'm like, that is so crazy. Right? So after that, we get off the phone eventually because she was getting on my fucking nerves and I was just tired of arguing. And yeah, so we got off the phone. After that, I did not hit up Johnny at all, because what do I need to hit you up for? So like some days went by. I don't even know how many days went by. He ended up hitting me up and he was like, what's up, stranger? But he hit me up on Instagram. He didn't text my phone. He hit me up on Instagram like, what's up, stranger? So every part of my body wanted to leave him on red. But like I said, this wasn't Simone today. This was Simone back then. And I love drama. So I messaged him back and I was like, stranger, laughing my ass off. I'm like, you just trying to act like nothing ever happened? So he like, what happened? I know damn well you know. So I'm just like, what happened? I'm like, LOL, your girlfriend hitting me up. And he's like, girlfriend? I don't have a girlfriend. So I'm like, boy, laughing myself. Like, I sent him the screenshot from the fake page or whatever like that. So then next thing you know, probably like some hours later, not even close to that. Like after that, when I sent him the screenshot, he left the shit on scene. Hours later go by, he called my phone. And I answer, you know. I'm like, hello? So he like, yeah, what are you talking about? My girlfriend hit you up. So I'm like, you see the messages, your girlfriend hit me up. She called me. She said she seen my Fashion Nova bathing suit at y'all house. He's like, first of all, she do not live here. That's first. He's like, and second of all, yeah, that is my girlfriend. And what did you tell her? Bitch. So I'm like, what? He like, what did you tell her? So I'm like, nigga, you're weird as fuck. Like, get off my phone. Like, you had a girlfriend this whole time. He like, it's not even like that. Like, you know, we be on and off. But what did you tell her? Like, what did she ask you? So I might ask her. And he was like, yeah, I did. She told me that you said some shit that I know you didn't say. So what did you tell her? So I'm like, why are you trying to act stupid then if she said something to you? Like, why are you acting dumb? Like, if you don't know what happened. So he like, I just want to know your side of the story, because she crazy. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, she crazy as fuck. He's like, and just know I got rid of that, your bathing suit. I threw it away, so hopefully you don't want it. He was like, because I had to get rid of it because she would have kept it and she probably would have went to your house. He was like, and trust me, I went through her phone. She didn't have the address written down nowhere, because usually she write it in her notes and she pop up. He's like, but she didn't do none of that. Like, I deleted it, so you good. You ain't even got to worry about her. So I'm like, ain't nobody scared of her. Like, you know, I'm talking shit. I'm like, ain't nobody scared. I'm like, who is she anyway? Who is she? I'm like, because I need to know who I need to look out for. So he like, it ain't even going to be none of that. She not worried about you. She's not worried about you. So I'm like, oh, no. I'm like, well, I need to see a picture of her. Y'all, why I'm really telling this nigga I need to see a picture of her. He like, I'm going to see you a picture, but delete that shit after I send it to you. And I'm only sending it to you because I'm looking out for you, because she really is crazy. But she don't got your address because I threw your bathing suit away. But what did you tell her? Just tell me what you tell her. And he laughing, and I'm just like, send me the picture and I'll tell you. Like, send me the picture and I'll tell you what I said. So we on the phone. It's quiet as hell because I'm waiting for this picture. He sent me the picture of the girl, and that's when I was looking. And I'm like, oh, because mind y'all, I couldn't go get the picture from Crazy's kids auntie's page because I was blocked. So I couldn't go like look through her friend. And plus I would have been doing too much to look through all her friends and try to find her friend. Yeah, because how I'm gonna know who the hell it is? So anyway, so he sent me a picture of the girl, and his dumbass sent a screenshot with her Instagram on there. So I ended up going to her Instagram page, and Lord behold, they was in a whole relationship. He commented under the pictures, and I'm just like, niggas ain't shit. They got Christmas photos up. Why are you niggas ain't shit? So I'm just like, now I could see why she would have thought I would have known, but how would I know? I would have never came across your page. So after that, I was just like, oh, you a weirdo. Like, you're weird as fuck. Don't ever call my phone. Don't text me. Da-da-da-da-da. And he's like, Simone, it's not that serious. Like, me and her is going through a lot, and we was broken up when we went to eat. I'm like, but what about when you was in San Diego last weekend with the other bitch? And he was just like, who told you that? Like, and he just laughing. He's like, she's fucking crazy. We was like, okay, well, I don't care. Like, just don't call my phone no more. Like, you're weird as fuck. And he like, dang, like, I really thought things would be different with us this time. How would things be different when you playing the same games? Like, how did you expect things to be different if we stopped talking before because you was playing these bitch-ass, weird-ass games? But you thought that, oh, she's grown now. She should accept the games. Accept the game, Simone. Accept the game. Like, no, I'm not accepting this shit. So anyway, we ended up hanging up, and after that, like, we still follow each other on Instagram to this day for some weird reason. I have no idea why, but he don't hit me up no more. Like, he'll react to my story, and that just be it. Like, I'll just double double tap it, but it'll just be that, like, he ain't hit me up. And it ain't gonna give that, because it's like, no. But anyway, that's it for this story, you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed this story. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Also, if you did not watch yesterday's story time, make sure you go watch that one. And I'll see you guys in my next video.